Today is Monday, May 6th. We are chasing a high risk in north central Oklahoma today. The target is the Enid area, where we expect some dry line storms to fire in the afternoon and track eastward across the northern part of Oklahoma, hopefully as discrete classic supercells. There is a 30% chance of tornadoes today. There is the possibility of strong to violent tornadoes as well. Today is a cheeseburger day. You can see my cheeseburger here on the dash. Tim Samaras used to keep the same McDonald's cheeseburger unwrapped on his dashboard as a good luck charm for years. And due to the preservatives, it would never go bad. It would just sit there like a little rock on his dash. And after the Twistex accident in 2013, we were all handed little foam cheeseburgers at the 2014 ChaserCon in Denver. And ever since then, I've kept mine in the car as a token of remembrance to those guys, but also as a safety reminder. So whenever I see that cheeseburger, it's a reminder to me to be careful, to really watch my positioning, my escape route planning, and my situational awareness. Because today is going to be one of those very dangerous days. We have the trifecta in place here today. It's May, it's Oklahoma, it's a high risk. We're talking about hundreds of people, if not thousands, that are coming out to chase these storms today. If there are only one or two discrete supercells across the northern part of the state, then everyone will be on those storms, possibly storm. And so we could very well see traffic jams out there today. A large percentage of the chasers out there are going to be opportunistic locals that are just going out there to see something cool. They're not particularly trained or experienced, and those are the ones we really got to watch out for today. There will be probably hundreds of those types of chasers as well, and we can't blame them. These are public roads. We all have to share them. I wish everyone would try to educate themselves as best they can before they start chasing, but really they're just out there in their home state to see something awesome in the sky, and I can't blame them for that. I just hope that everyone keeps their cool and works together to be safe out there. And deep down, that's why we all chase. A lot of storm chasers like to give excuses for why they go out to look at tornadoes. They claim they're saving lives. They're out there for the science. They're out there giving valuable information to the news. But deep down, the real reason that storm chasers are driven to take to the road is that they think tornadoes are awesome and spectacular and beautiful, and really they want to witness and experience that power and beauty of nature, while knowing that they are also dangerous and deadly, and they command our respect. And I think it's important to understand that storm chasers are not out there to gawk at disaster. And it's important to understand that most tornadoes are not disasters. There's anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 tornadoes in the United States every year. The overwhelming majority of them have little to no human impact. My dream catch is a photogenic rogue tornado out in a bean field somewhere that does no damage. And that's really what we're after, is witnessing that raw power and beauty, not its human impact at all. And the chase takes on a very different dark tone when we realize that there is that human impact. And unfortunately, today is the type of day where that could happen. We have the possibility of violent tornadoes, long track tornadoes in a more populated area such as Oklahoma. We hope that these tornadoes stick to the isolated and abandoned corners of the state, but it's something that we need to be mindful of today, that it could happen. We took a short break. I was down for about 10 days. There were a lot of tornadoes down in Texas. Wasn't on them. I needed some time to recoup and gather my thoughts. I'm not particularly keen about chasing today. These are the setups I kind of dread, because these are the setups where people could die. These high-risk setups are the ones that kill residents. They're the ones that have the potential to kill storm chasers. So we're not going to do anything dumb today. We're not going to take any risks. We've seen tornadoes. We've seen big tornadoes. We've seen violent tornadoes. We've seen all kinds of tornadoes. There's no reason to do anything foolish today to see yet another tornado, because that's, at the end of the day, what it is. It's just another stupid tornado. So we're just gonna go out there, and if we can't see anything due to traffic or storm mode, stuff's HP, or it's heavily rain wrapped, or it's in a bunch of murk because there's a ton of humidity and precipitation in the area, then that's fine. We went out there and we tried, we did our best, and it didn't work out, and that's what happens. So I was pretty down on myself after the last chase trip. I've recovered quite a bit since then. I just needed to kind of vent and take some time off and regather my thoughts. Today might require another break. Today is one of those days that could be extremely frustrating, where you're kind of stuck in a line of cars with no view while something very epic is happening. And if that's the case, then I'm kind of ready for that. I never get my hopes up on a high-risk setup. I don't have good luck with these types of setups. There's often a lot of tornadoes, and it turns into a wild goose chase, where you're driving around frantically in circles, just trying to catch anything, somewhere, at anything at all. And what happens is you just can't grab anything before it's gone. You're in traffic, there's no views, you're in towns. It becomes very, very frustrating, and it can be dangerous. So we're just going to be chill. I have zero expectations for the day, and I think that's the key to all of this, is even though they're expecting a high-end tornado outbreak, I do not expect to get the shot today. I don't expect to have anything spectacular. I'm just going to go out there and see what happens. But at the same time, this is a day I don't want to miss. So that's really why I'm out here, is, you know, I don't feel great about these setups. I was not in a good place on the last chase trip, but at the same time, deep down, that's why I want to chase, is I want to witness and experience the awesome spectacle that is nature. And today is one of those days where that could really happen. Why I was so down on myself last time was it was basically Christmas Day for most storm chasers, and like a little poor child, I had once again missed Christmas. And so I'm not expecting that today, but you know, the potential is there, and so that's what lures me out to chase. So it's May, it's Oklahoma, and it's a high risk. So the most important thing today is to just be careful and to be safe. I wish I could say this to every chaser instead of just talking to myself in the car right now, but folks know that. I think there's going to be a lot of that talk today going around on social media. I'm in central Missouri. It's almost 9:30, so we're getting off to a late start, but I'm not expecting the show to really kick off until 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, so we should have enough time to get down there and to get into position. And what I don't want to do is get there too early anyways. The best setups, they go for hours, and if the storms produce one and done tornadoes right off the bat and then they go HP, then I don't care. That's fine. But if these are big, high visibility, long track tornadoes, what I don't want to do is get on the storm too early, get stuck in the conga line, and then fall behind with no view. If I'm coming in late on that setup, that's fine. Some of my best chases were when we were coming in late as the tornadoes were mature. You get a violent long tracker, you get way downstream, you let it come to you, and oftentimes you're ahead of all the traffic. You have a nice, stable, long shot. You can just stand there and watch it. So kind of hoping that's what's going to happen. I'm going to try not to get too far west. If the storms line out or go HP before then we'll just call the chase and head home. So my chase partner opted out of this setup. She is wiser than I am. She knows that this is going to be a bunch of bullshit. Storm mode is going to be a problem, and just the sheer numbers of chasers and just the bullshit with the traffic and bad driving. So she elected not to chase today, and for that she is a wiser chaser. But I'm not that smart, so I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to be careful. So here we are. Check in later and see how we're doing. You all good?
I'm good now, thank you.